exercise doesn't always have to mean going to the gym, and three smarter ways executive moms can stay active. Now, as an executive mom, your schedule is already overflowing, right? So, between those meetings, deadlines, and family responsibilities, the idea of craving out time for the gym or for exercise can feel quite overwhelming or nearly impossible. Now, here's the thing, staying active doesn't have to mean structured workout or really a gym membership. If it works out for you, you can crave out the time, great. However, most of us as busy working moms cannot do that. So if you've been feeling that aches and pains, you're feeling stiff, lower energy, or struggling with those nagging back, neck, or nerve pain, movement is the key. And the good thing is that you don't really have to hit the gym to move in ways that will help you or benefit your body. Small intentional actions done throughout the day can actually add up. And they can help you be more active to reduce that stiffness, boost the energy without disrupting your already packed schedule. So, in today's video, let's talk about how you can stay active without actually going to the gym and getting those exercise or those steps in without hitting the gym. So, before we get into the topic for today, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is back and neck, and nerve pain, despite low energy levels and brain fog or mommy brain. Now, I do this by giving you simple exercises, some easy lifestyle modification, some tips and tricks that have helped me in my own pain and adrenal fatigue journey. Now, those of you who are familiar with adrenal fatigue will know that it has a lot of symptoms, but the two main ones I had were the low energy levels and lack of focus. And when you have these two, it is very, very difficult to even carry on with your daily activities, leave alone tackling those aches and pains. But it is not impossible. I've been there, I've done that. So if I can, so can you. So here I am sharing my tips with you in the hope that it helps you. And I do all of this without taking away a big chunk of your time because, hey, we are moms, we are busy people. So let's get into the topic for today, which is why exercise doesn't always mean going to the gym and three smarter ways executive moms can actually stay active. Now, as I was saying, that you don't need to go to the gym or do an intense workout every time. Rather, intense workouts can actually backfire when you have spinal and nerve pain. Anyway, that's a topic for another day. So, you don't need to block off like a chunk of your time. You need to add movement into your existing daily routine. Now, how do you do that? When you're on a phone call, try and pace or walk rather than sitting and answering that call. Now, the flip side of it is if it's the end of the day, you are tired, you need a break, you're on that phone call, sit down, put your legs up against the wall, get into that relaxation mode. However, we're not talking about relaxation today. We're talking about movement. So judging and at where you are in the day or season of life, if you're on that phone call, you need those movement, you need those steps coming in, you need to stay active, get moving when you're on that phone call. Take the stairs instead of the elevators. This is a very commonly taught or given tip, but it is very effective. Do some simple stretches while you're waiting for that kettle to boil, that coffee to brew, or for your dinner to cook. So you don't need to do something very fancy. All you can do is, for example, if for my neck, I can just do stretches, like hold on to your shoulder. You can put your hand over your head here for that overpressure, or you could just do this. Make sure you're not scrunching your shoulder up, right? So you don't hunch your shoulder up. You can do a stretch on this side, a stretch on the other side, move your neck around to the side. And see, these are simple movements, but when you hold it at the end range, when you hold the movement at the end range, this becomes a stretch in itself. So you could do some simple stretches like this, or you can even make small adjustments to your sitting and standing. Now, if you're sitting for most of the days, usually you tend to get that stiffness coming in either midday or towards the end of the day. Some small adjustments you can make here is sit with your feet flat on the ground and your core slightly engaged. Now, when I say core engaged, okay, so what I'll do is I have done another video on this core engagement while you're sitting. So I will leave a link to a blog in the description of this video. On Instagram, the link will be in my bio. It is a blog on the same topic on why exercises doesn't have to mean hitting going to the gym, and three simple ways to stay active. So that is the topic of the blog. So you will see it on the link in my bio, or you'll see it in the comments below this video. It talks about how it has a lot of useful links in that blog that I'm talking about. It also has details on how do you engage your core. Why should you, now the other question is, why should you sit with your feet flat on the floor? When you sit with your feet flat on the floor, think of it this way. If there is a building and the base is stable, the whole building is stable. If you're sitting with your feet crossed over, or if you are one of those who's, you have a higher chair, or for any reason, your feet are not touching the floor, you don't have that base, the foundation for your feet, the stresses tend to build up. If you don't sit with your feet flat on the floor, the stresses tend to build up, go up to your knees, up your hip, and into your lumbar spine, and basically it travels up your body, because no part of your body will work in isolation. They all work together with each other, right? Now, try and change your posture. If you're, say, sitting, try and stand up, go get a glass of water, go get a printed, go to the printer, whatever makes you move. So if you cannot move, say you're in a long meeting, uncross your legs, shift your weight from one side of the chair to the other side of the chair, see what you can do. Maybe if you have that kind of space, you're in a meeting, nobody can see your feet under the table, make sure you're scrunching your toes and then fanning them out. You are doing ankle toe movements, so basically taking your ankles up and down, or making circles clockwise, anti-clockwise with them. So introduce all these movements into your daily routine, even when you are at work. If you have one of those adjustable standing desks, that is great. So try to stand up after an hour, sit down. I know sometimes it's not possible. You are really focused on your work. Whenever you remember, try and change your posture, right? Okay. Now, I also have a video in that blog that I was talking about earlier, which is how do you know if you have a good sitting posture? So that's a good starting point if you're not familiar with how can you manage to sit in a good posture. Because obviously, when you're sitting in a good posture, you tend to have less aches and pains in your spine, nerves, joint, etc. Now, short bursts of movements also add up. When you're brushing your teeth, I tend to do this even till date. This was a habit that I started a couple of years ago. When you're brushing your teeth, go up on your tippy toes and down. So basically, you are doing calf raises, or you can do 10 squats while you're waiting for the kettle to boil over, or you're brushing your teeth. 5 minutes walks in between your meeting to refresh your body and mind. You could do some stretches before bed to release the tension and improve your sleep quality. So I have a free community where I talk a lot about these stretches. There are videos in there. I will again leave in the part where it talks about stretches, etc. In that part of the blog, I will leave the link to that community. You can go join and you can access those free resources. There are also many other trainings on back pain, neck pain, etc. in that community. Anyway, so now if you want more easy and smart ways to feel better, you want to do those mobility exercises sitting at your desk, I have a free video guide, which is the basically 2 to 3 minutes of your time. It takes you through exercises that you can do starting from your cervical spine down to your toes. So these exercises will are mobility exercises. It helps to reduce that stiffness. If you cannot get up and move, if you are stuck at your desk and you can do these exercises, that's great. Try and do them every hour or so. So again, I have left that free video guide in the blog that I was talking about. If you join this video later, the blog that I'm talking about has a lot of information packed into it about all the things we've spoken about here. I will leave a link to that blog in the description of the video. If you cannot find it, just message me. If you're too busy, you're a mom, I understand. Message me, drop a comment below, just say the word blog and I'll send it to you. Alrighty, so that's all I have for you today. So remember, um, Don't be like me. Don't get guilty if you cannot go to the gym. You can pack in movement into your day, into your existing daily routine. You just need to build it up. These are simple, easy tips. Uh, Something big and complicated, if I was you, I wouldn't implement it because it just overwhelms me. So that's why I'm giving you simple, easy tips. You can implement it into your existing routine and let me know how you go, right? So, if you have any questions, any comments, please drop them in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about this topic, and if there's any other topic within the scope of spinal and nerve pain, I'll be happy to address that for you. Just let me know. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for